Hey you guys, it's Kristen and welcome back to the Gold Project. In today's video, I will be sharing with you my organizing pet peeves. Now, a couple of months ago, I had a request for me to share my organizing pet peeves, and it really had me thinking. I had no idea what my organizing pet peeves were, so I sat down with my Erin Condren notebook and I made a list of 8 things that I would consider my organizing pet peeves. Now, the first 2 I'm going to talk about are going to be my top 2. Amongst all of these other 8, the first 2 are musts in my household, and it's gotten to where it's really not even talked about anymore because we just know that it has to be done. Number 1, my top, and probably always will be, is the beds must be made every single morning. It does not matter if I'm running 5 or 10 minutes late in the morning. I have to have my bed made and my kids' beds made. It just makes me feel better to leave the house having our beds made. And you can have a room full of clutter, but if your bed is made, it makes your space look a lot more organized. It is something that has been passed down from my mom. It was a necessity for my mom to have everybody's bed made in the morning, so I kind of took that from her. My husband used to argue with me about it, and now it's just kind of like, okay, whatever. I know that has to be done. I'm not going to say anything about it. Number 2 is my clothes in my closet on hangers have to be facing the same way. I cannot have everything going to the right and then have a random piece of clothing facing the left. I just don't work that way. All of my clothes have to be facing the same way. And right now, considering how my closet is set up, all of the front of my garments face the left. It makes me feel better when I walk in there. I know everything is in place. Everything is color coded as well. So if you wanted to add that in there, my clothes have to be color coded hanging up. I know that there's a lot of people that say that that method does not work, including Marie Kondo, but you guys, it works best for me. I've tried it many different ways, and my brain likes everything color-coded in my closet. If I walk into my closet and I need a black shirt, I know exactly where to go. If I walk into my closet and I need a green shirt, I know exactly where to go. If that shirt is not hanging in that area, then it must be dirty. So my clothes have to face the same way, and also my clothes have to be color-coded in my closet. Number 3 would be the toys have to be put up before we go to bed. Now, sometimes this doesn't always happen, but I try to make it a daily task because it makes me feel better in the morning if I can leave the house and I don't see toys all over the place. It makes me think my house is a complete chaotic mess if it's not. And you guys, the second reason why it is a big necessity in my household is because of injury, and this has happened in the past. If we've got toys laying all over the place and somebody gets up in the middle of the night, they could trip over something and seriously hurt themselves. This time last year, I think it was about 10 o'clock at night. We were all going to bed. The hallway was dark. And my son walks through there and trips over a cat ball. Yes, like the little bitty round balls that cats bat around. I did not know anything was wrong. I thought he was just screaming because he wanted me to pick him up. He gets in the bed. I can't see because I don't have my glasses on, and he's got like blood like dripping down his chin. What had happened was he tripped and he face planted into the hardwood floor. So if I would have gone through and made sure that hallway was cleaned out, that would not have happened, and he would not have been rushed to the ER at like 10:30 on a Sunday night because of a toy. So having the toys picked up in our house is a big pet peeve of mine that we try to do before we go to bed every single day. Number 4 is a major one for me, and it's one that we tackle every single day. All of the dresser drawers have got to be closed. My daughter and I argue about this every single day. Every day I walk by her room and her drawers are slung open. Kate, you need to go back in your room and shut your drawers. Kate, you need to go shut your bottom drawer. Kate, you didn't shut your pajama drawer. I cannot stand to walk by and see drawers on a dresser slung open. It's just something I don't like, and I'm trying to teach my kids early that if we get something out of a drawer, we need to shut the drawer afterwards. Number 5 is, before we leave the house in the morning, our bathroom counters have got to be cleared off to the best of our abilities. So this is a big one for me because most of the other individuals in my household don't really use the sink area unless it's to brush their teeth. I'm the one that has to do my hair in the mornings and put my makeup on. So it is something I do right after I use the bathroom to walk out the door to go to work. Is I make sure my contact solution is put up. I make sure that my toothbrushes are put up. Brushes are put back in the drawer. Anything that is dirty goes into the hamper because it just makes me feel good at the end of the day when I come in and I don't have to look at a messy counter. Okay, next, this is a big one, and laundry. Now, I have come to the realization that I am not going to be able to do laundry every single day. Laundry will pile up. I will have clean laundry in the laundry room because, there's not enough hours in the day. My husband right now is gone for football a lot of the time, and my daughter has cheer and swim in the afternoons. So between after school, getting here, getting them fed, making sure she gets to cheer, home from cheer, to swim, home from swim, I just don't have enough time on a daily basis to tackle laundry. But that doesn't mean that the laundry has to be all over the place. It is a pet peeve of mine to walk down the hallway and see laundry overflowing in the basket. So even though we don't do laundry every single day, I like for all of the dirty clothes to be in a hamper, waiting to go into the laundry room. So even though it might not be clean, it doesn't mean that the entire floor has to look like a mess. So we try to every single day, and we're teaching our kids to put your laundry in the hamper until it's ready to be washed. Okay, the next one is probably the one that I do the most often, and it's the one that probably gets messed up the most often, and that is my kitchen counter. I like my sink area in my kitchen to be cleared off, so I like to make sure that I don't have any clean dishes sitting there all the time. I like to unload and reload the dishwasher as much as possible. I just don't like my sink area to be cluttered. Everything has a place in the kitchen. I've reorganized it several times to the best of my ability, so there should not be anything random sitting on top of the counter by my sink unless it is waiting to be put into the dishwasher and the dishwasher is running. So I try my best to keep that area clean. But it seems like probably if I was to sit down and think about it, I would say my kitchen counters get cleaned the most. Out of everything in my house, I'm always, after we eat, before we eat, while I'm cooking, wiping down a counter because, I don't know, I keep thinking that I haven't done that yet, even though I probably have. And, honestly, your kitchen counter is your biggest catch-all, or it's mine in the house. All of your papers go there. Things you don't know what to do with seem to pile up on the kitchen counter, so I'm always tackling putting things away on my kitchen counter. So if I can at least keep the kitchen sink area kind of cleared off, then I only have to tackle the papers that are on the counter. Last but definitely not least, I have little kids. Little kids are messy. Little kids are messy when they eat. They don't normally clean up after themselves. We have to teach them to do that. So my thing is, after they eat, food has got to be wiped off the tables and off the counter. They eat cereal, they leave a little pile of milk on the table. They eat crackers, they leave a little cracker crumbs all over the place. So we are teaching them to clean up after themselves. So they have to get all of their packages put in the trash can. We have to wipe off the coffee table if we're snacking, wipe off the kitchen table if we have eaten supper or eaten some kind of snack in there. The bar area needs to be cleaned off if we've eaten anything up there. So leftover food, it's germs. It's a germs playground. You've got tons of bacteria all over the place. So it is a huge necessity to get some kind of disinfecting wipes or cleaner to wipe down every area that food touches. So you guys, those are my 8 or 9, depending on if you want to count the closet things as one, organizing pet peeves. I would love it in the comments below if you would share with me your organizing pet peeves. I'm always interested to hear what you guys have to say. I hope you give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope y'all have a fantastic week, and until next time, bye you guys.